I guarantee that you're placing Valkyrie cameras wrong. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you 5 good Valkyrie cam spots for every single map so you stop making this crucial mistake. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. So I brought you onto Oregon. Now the first Valkyrie camera I'm going to have you place is the Valkyrie camera that goes on the wooden panels right here. You're going to shoot it out with your deagle until it looks like that. And when you throw this Valkyrie camera, you're going to try to avoid the wooden pieces of shrapnel that are left over after you destroy it with your deagle. So I'm going to place it right about here. This Valkyrie camera will watch not only all of Trophy, but it will also watch all of Attic and lower Attic as well. It can also tell you if someone's trying to open the Attic while with Maverick. It can tell you if someone's hopping in this window, and it can tell you if anybody's pushing either 3 of these doorways or if they're droning in general. So this camera is very good for the top floor. The next camera I'm going to have you place is going to be inside of dining. Now, if you place a camera behind the TV like so, you're actually able to watch the entirety of the hallway leading up to White Stairs, so you can tell if anybody's pushing this small tower side. The next Valkyrie camera is going to be for main stairs. You're just going to throw it in the little corner behind these bean bags right here. I think you can actually get it a little deeper in there. Yeah, that's about better. But you can use this Valkyrie camera to watch anybody that's bottom main, going into split, coming in from garage, anybody in classroom, going up main stairs, trying to get the hatch. So this is pretty, this is a pretty good camera overall. This next Valkyrie camera is going to be for meeting. Now try to get it on top of the books just like this. First of all, it's going to get drowned out by the light a lot of the time, especially if they're on high graphic settings. This will be pretty hidden. And secondly, it watches over most of meeting if they come from tower side. So I definitely recommend you use this camera if they're upstairs or if they're downstairs, because it can watch if they're trying to get the hatch, or it can watch if they're trying to flank between the first floor to be able to go up white or main stairs, or if they're trying to play below the hatch. So either way, this is a pretty good Valkyrie camera. The last Valkyrie camera is going to be for freezers. So you're going to want to get on top of this little cabinet right here, and you're going to throw it to the right side of this air ducts right here. Now, for some reason, they do like to glitch a lot and just float randomly in air, but this does kind of work like this. I don't know why it's doing that, but you get the idea. Essentially, if they're on the staircase, they won't be able to see this cam when they walk down, and as soon as they walk down, it's kind of too late for them to turn back because of these heddles here. So, unless they turn around and see the Valkyrie camera because you're red pinging them like you shouldn't do, then this Valkyrie camera is actually fire because it can watch all of freezer and the walk-in, and even a little part of the staircase too. So this is a pretty good Valkyrie camera. Now, let's move on to the next map, which is going to be Clubhouse. Now, I've brought you into Clubhouse. The first Valkyrie camera is going to be for kitchen. A lot of people like to put it in random corners like this or this, and then they easily get shot and you're not able to get the nitro kill that you want to get. Well, here's a good Valkyrie camera that probably won't get shot that you can use to get that free nitro kill. You're going to get on top of the hatch and scoot as far back as you can with your S key and then prone. Once you've proned, you're going to look up at the shelf right here and just throw your Valkyrie camera. Now, it should stick to the top of the cabinet like that, and if it doesn't, then retry. Once they stand up, though, attackers really won't be able to see this unless they're crouching directly on the hatch, which they won't be able to do unless they're literally standing on it. And even if they prone, they're not going to be looking at the camera. They're going to be ADS'd at the hatch, so it doesn't really matter if they're kind of looking in the general direction of this camera. Now, yes, this camera can still see the walk-in in which you'd be able to try to get a nitro kill from. So you can still see freezer, you can still see back kitchen, so this is a pretty good Valkyrie camera overall. The next Valkyrie camera will be inside of bar. If you want a good way to watch bar and stage, you can put a Valkyrie camera right here. This Valkyrie camera can easily watch both bar and stage, and if you want to be able to see the hatch, you can break this TV like so. Now the TV is broken, and you can have a lot better of an angle at the risk of them being able to see your camera a lot more. So it kind of is up to you what risks you're willing to take. The next camera will be for generator. You're just going to put it right here. This is a pretty basic default camera, but it watches both oil pit and the walk down from blue, as well as the hatch drop, or if anybody's planting behind the AK rack. So overall, it's a pretty good camera, and it's default for a reason. Next, you probably want a Valkyrie camera for construction, as it's a pretty popular place for people to push whenever you go for either gym or they go for CC. So putting one on this light bulb is really good. If there's ever a map with any light bulb in it like this, putting a Valkyrie camera on it is great, because most of the time, they'll just look at that and think it's a light bulb. You can get on this, and it watches all of con, as well as the window, the wall, and the door right here, and the wall right here, and the wall right here. So overall, pretty good Valkyrie camera. And then finally we come into rafters. Now there's a lot of places that you can put Valkyrie cams here. There's hundreds at least, but there's one that really stands out to me because it doesn't die often but still gets a good amount of info, and that is the camera that goes right here. If you stand in rafters and you just throw a camera right here, it should be near the left side of these pipes. This is pretty hard for attackers to see, as most times they'll be coming in from either this door or the staircase here, and they can't see the Valkyrie camera all that well if they try to. Most times they'll be looking in the top corner here, or all throughout the rafters, maybe the corners here, maybe even the lower garage. The last place they're going to check is right out in the open, right on the wall, hiding in plain sight. This camera, if you get on it, sees all of rafters, top rafters, the wall, the window, the door walk-in, the walk-in here, head holes here, oil pit. So out of all the cameras you could get, it provides the most amount of information possible. Now that we're done with Clubhouse, let's go on to my next map, which is going to be Villa. Now I've brought you onto Villa. A very common strategy with Valkyrie is having a valk cam somewhere inside of study and a nitro below just right here. Now if you want a good Valkyrie camera specifically for study, putting one under this lamp is a great idea. I've never had a single person ever be able to find this camera whenever I put it down here, and many times that I've used it. And then you put a nitro cell here, paired up with this camera, and you blow it remotely. Pretty good strategy, and this camera, contrary to what you might think, can see all of study, the window, the door here, the hatch, and the wall. So it's a pretty good Valkyrie camera overall, and it gets drowned out by the light a lot of the times. The next two Valkyrie cameras are going to go on the chandeliers. This one in particular being good for watching main stairs. As you can see, you go down and you can watch all of bottom main, even the landing below main, top main, the study door, and the hallway right here. Overall, it's a pretty good camera that's honestly pretty hidden to the attacker eye. If they're walking up main stairs right here, they're not even able to see it until they get to right here. And by the time they're right here, the last place they're going to be looking is up. They're going to be looking up here for players and up here for players, so they're probably not going to find that camera in particular. If you want a substitute for that main stairs camera, you can always put one behind the plant right here on the bookshelf. It's hidden by the plant, but it can still watch all of this hallway right here and give you a sound call for top main. This camera on the chandelier right here is another chandelier cam that I talked about earlier being pretty good because again, it watches all of red, bottom red, landing, lamp, 90 hallway, bore, and even the skull door right here, with them not really being able to see it at all when they walk up the red stairs. As you can see, they can't even see that camera until they get to here, but a lot of the times they'll be worried about, again, top red, so they won't even be looking in that direction anyways. For the next camera, this camera is going to watch master and laundry. You're going to shoot right here, shoot it open again, and then you're going to put it under the bed right here. This will allow you to see all into master to get those below nitros for the closet right here, or just anybody playing on vert, while also allowing you to see laundry. Now, if I were to open up this wooden panel even more, I could see laundry even better. The next map is Chalet, and I'm going to give you a camera for top mez that most people won't tell you to do. A lot of people will throw a camera in the top corners here, and the top corners here, or maybe just in the rafters in general. But what did we say about throwing them in corners? They're going to get found. So there is one specific corner in general that is pretty good at hiding the Valkyrie camera, and that is the corner right here. If you can manage to throw your Valkyrie camera all the way up there, it's pretty hidden. While it still watches the main stuff that you need to watch. It watches bottom fireplace, it watches the K9 valk if anyone tries to hop in or get the wall, it watches a little bit of top mez, and overall it's pretty hidden if they hop in through the window, if they hop in through the door downstairs, they're not going to see this cam. So it's hidden and it gives a lot of information. The next camera is for display hall or the library hallway, whatever you call it. You're going to put the camera in the top corner right here. This allows you to do the same thing, where you can watch a very high traffic area for attackers while also being able to watch the wall and give sound cues to your teammates, while also making it to where attackers are not typically going to shoot this cam because they have to walk all the way up to here, which is peeking a bunch of angles they're going to be ADS'd on before they can even see the camera. And let's say you want a Valkyrie camera that can watch more of the lower fireplace area. Maybe you still want a fireplace cam, but you need it to watch lower because you're playing in the basement side. Well, this Valkyrie camera right here under the light is a great option because not only is it under a light, meaning it's going to get drowned out by the light, and it's also pretty hidden, but it's also behind a plant. Even I still can't see this thing, even though I'm on defense and I know where it is. It's that hidden. If we get on the cam too, it looks at most of bottom fireplace and even top fireplace for that matter. So this is a pretty good Valkyrie camera substitute for the first camera I just showed you. The next Valkyrie camera is going to be for the basement. So you're going to put it under this little table right here. You do that by going into the basement and shooting open the wooden floor right here. Make sure you get both levels too. And now we're actually under the shelf, as you can see. If I put a camera right here, I'm now able to watch everything in split. If they're pushing into trophy, if they're pushing into solar stairs, if they're pushing into west main, kitchen, dining, doesn't really matter. And then again, if I look down, I can see into big garage. Next Valkyrie camera will be for fireplace. You can pretty much put it anywhere in these rafters and it'd be okay. I personally though like to put it right there because again, attackers are just going to be looking this way, not this way, and it still sees both of the window hop-ins here and the one right here, as well as giving you a pretty nice angle on the library. So that's actually it for Chalet. Let's move on to our next map, which is going to be Border. First camera I want to talk about is going to be inside of Workshop. Now, what did I say about lights earlier? They're really good at hiding Valkyrie cameras. So throwing a Valkyrie camera right here is really good because it's very hidden and it allows you to see the entirety of Workshop as well as maybe a little bit of the hallway here. I recommend this Valkyrie camera if you're playing inside of bathroom because a lot of times they'll need to get this wall open or you'll have a rotate that you need to watch. Next, you need a Valkyrie camera somewhere in top square. I would recommend putting the one right here because if they push top east, they won't be able to see this camera when they walk through, while it still gives you a pretty good angle to watch most of square and the double window hallway right here. The next valk cam will be inside of armory lockers. Again, light bulb, throw it on the light bulb. Now you can see all of armory. Pretty nice if you're playing inside of workshop and you want to get a below nitro kill. This next Valkyrie camera is going to be inside of security. Now what you're going to do is try to aim the Valkyrie camera to hit the top of the TV right here by aiming right about there. This will hit the wall above the TV, and it allows you to see most of the entrance into CC while being pretty hidden from anybody that's actually inside of CC, because they can't see the cam here and they can't see the cam until they're literally standing right here directly facing it. And even then, it's still pretty hidden, and most of the times if they're right here, they're facing the door or they're facing the wall and they won't see this camera. The final Valkyrie cam is going to be for main lobby in this hallway. You put it right about here. The reason you put this Valkyrie camera here is because look at how much control it watches. It watches this hallway, that door, that door, that door, that door, that door, into this hallway, into this hallway. It watches bottom square if they push passport. It watches the workshop door. It just watches so much. Now, the only thing that's bad about it is it's not very hidden, so you have to do it with your own risk. If you want a more hidden camera that watches about the same stuff, you could put it below right here, and then you're able to at least see the right portion of what I was talking about, but you're not able to see this portion here if, let's say, you're playing inside of customs. The next map is theme park. Now, for theme park, the first camera, you're going to go inside of maintenance, stand on this line right here, and throw your valk cam above, like right here. This camera is pretty hidden to any attackers trying to get the wall open, while allowing you to see most of maintenance and the right side of the maintenance hallway. The next camera, you're going to go into a waiting room, and you're going to throw your camera on this little pillar right there. This will allow you to see anybody that's inside of waiting, coming up to top dragon, bottom dragon, in the dragon hallway, anybody that's inside of vault, and much more. The next camera is going to be in the hallway upstairs. You're going to put it below the vending machine right here. This will allow you to see anybody that's in this hallway. If you look down, top yellow, coming in through daycare, coming in through bunks, and pretty much anybody that's upstairs in general. The next camera is going to be for upper arcade, and you're going to throw it at the little pole that hangs this UFO right here. This allows you to see top and lower arcade pretty well, as well as the doorways leading into bunks and daycare. It's also pretty hidden, as it kind of just looks like it's a part of the little rings that make up this pole right here, so I like this camera a lot. This last camera is going to be for control and maintenance room. What I like to do is throw it as far to the right in front of this chair as I possibly can. This will allow it to where if they hop inside of control, it's pretty hard for them to see this camera, while also allowing you to get a good majority of the control room and get information so that you can swing this doorway and kill anybody that's inside of here. Now, I've already won a bank, which is arguably Valkyrie's best map. So the first Valkyrie camera I recommend is inside of garage. You put it on this mirror. It allows you to see the entrance into garage, as well as anybody that's walking up onto the red van or this red van here, while also making it completely bulletproof because this glass is bulletproof. The next camera will be for CC. Now, if you hop on top of this table and you look directly above these little rafters that have wires here, you can just throw it on the roof above the rafters. This will make it to where they can't really see it if they're inside of CC, but you still get information on anybody that's playing here or trying to get the wall open. Now you want a Valkyrie camera for lobby. Now, you don't want to put anything that's too up high, because then they're going to be searching for it if they know there's a Valkyrie, due to the fact that most people do this. So what I like to do is putting a Valkyrie camera down low. I like putting Valkyrie cameras right here, in between plants, or on the couch cushion here, because then it allows you to at least see the entrance into open lobby, while also giving your teammates sound calls if they go up the stairs. The next cam needs to go in open area somewhere, and then the best camera spot that most people use is the one behind the lamp, which you do by throwing here. This Valkyrie camera is very nice because it watches most of open area and most of the walk-in into open area, whereas most attackers aren't going to be looking to the left, they're going to be looking to the right, trying to get the hatches open. Now for this camera, you're going to try to put it behind the flag just like this. It's pretty hidden for anybody that's on this double door looking for the usual camera that's right there, but it can still see most of the hallway. So overall, it's a pretty good camera. With that out of the way, I'm going to bring you on to the next map, which is going to be Skyscraper. First Valk cam is pretty simple. You're just going to throw it under this bench right here. This Valkyrie camera allows you to see the walk-in into Geisha on your left and on your right, while also allowing you to see anybody that's in drum if you make feet holes right here. The next Valkyrie camera will be in bar. You're going to throw it inside of this little red cabinet right here. This will allow you to see anybody that's really inside of the main lobby going to bar, or going inside of this area over here. The next Valkyrie camera will be right next to the samurai. You're going to break the floor right here and try to throw your Valkyrie camera on top of the light that's right below. This Valkyrie camera will allow you to see anybody that is downstairs, minus this debris right here. You'll also be able to see your left and the house stairs as well. The next Valk cam will be in the top corner of blacktop. Now I know corners suck, but this is too good to not use. You get to see all of blacktop, lower black stairs, top black stairs, and all the way inside of T, and in karaoke if you have a rotate right next to me. Either way, this Valkyrie camera sees a lot of ground. Now this next Valkyrie camera is a tad bit silly, but you can use it if you're playing inside karaoke and you want to watch your backside. First of all, you're going to shoot the mask off with one deagle bullet off of the statue. Then you're going to throw your Valkyrie camera inside of the helmet as far as it'll go. Now, to most people in the peripheral vision, this Valkyrie camera will just look like a mask or a face or a piece of decoration. Either way, you can get on the camera and it shows you all of Samurai, all the way to your right and all the way to your left and the house stairs, so it's kind of a good camera. Now I've brought you onto Coastline, and the first Valkyrie camera that I think is super useful is the Valkyrie camera above whatever this thing is right here. So you're gonna get on it, and it's going to show you most of everything inside of VIP so that you can get it below nitro if you're playing inside of kitchen. The next camera I think is super good is the camera right here. You can put it in the soft floor here, and it allows you to put it underneath the couch. This is particularly powerful because now you're able to see anybody that walks into hookah that tries to plant behind the couch. But also, again, you can break more of the soft floor here, and you can see more into sunrise if you do so. So if I get back on the camera, now I can see the sunrise hallway and behind the bar, which is pretty powerful. This camera right here, you can put under the little wine desk like so, and now you're able to see a lot of sunrise, but mainly you're able to see this long angle all the way into the back of kitchen. Next, you need a Valkyrie camera for top square. Personally, I like the one from Coconut Bra, where you just put it inside of the plants right here. It's pretty hidden overall because they won't be able to see it from most angles, but it still watches most of top square for you. Next is the pretty common Valkyrie camera that you put inside of the dresser right here. You can break this box for added value, and then you get on the camera, and now you're able to see anybody that's walking into service or trying to get the bomb down. You're also able to get a long angle into kitchen, which is overall pretty good. The next Valkyrie camera is going to bring you into aquarium. Now for this camera, you're just going to put your camera below the little algae right here in this vase. It's pretty hidden and blends in with the environment, while also giving you an outstanding view of all of Aqua and the luggage hallway. With that, I'll bring you onto my next map, which is going to be Consulate. The first Valkyrie camera is going to be for basement in Consulate. Now, you're going to throw it in the top right of this corner right here. The reason this is a good Valkyrie camera is because if they're trying to plant in the default spot, this tire will block most of the Valkyrie camera, but still allow you to get a great angle onto the yellow walk-in and the actual basement walk-in for the plant. The next Valkyrie camera is going to be in basement. Now, you're going to put it on this light bulb right here. First of all, I'm on low settings and it's still that bright. Second of all, they're going to think that's a light bulb, so this Valkyrie camera is pretty hidden. This also watches all 3 access points that they could possibly take to push backside. It watches the spiral stairs hallway, it watches the Visa stairs walkthrough, and it watches the tunnel door. Not only that, but it watches the hatch drop there, and the wall right here. So overall, if you want something to watch your backside, this camera is the ultimate camera to do so. The next Valkyrie camera needs to go top yellow so that you can watch this area when you play the top floor. Now, the one that I like personally the most is the one under the table behind the leaves of this plant. It's pretty hidden from anybody that comes as an attacker up the staircase, while allowing you to still be able to see literally everybody that comes up. So overall, it's a pretty good Valk cam. The next camera will take you into piano. Now, this Valkyrie camera is going to be under the 2 chairs right here. This Valkyrie camera makes it so where if anybody tries to play vert while you're in the basement site and they're in piano, you're able to get an easy C4 below. Also, contrary to what you might think, this is actually pretty hidden because of the one wooden bar right there that covers about 50% of the camera. And for this next camera, you'll throw a camera at this pillar in the bottom of main stairs. Once you do that, you're going to use this camera to bounce a second Valkyrie camera off of it that drops down into the plants. Now, you're still able to pick up the other camera and place it where you want to, but this camera in specific allows you to be able to watch the hallway to the right and the hallway to your left. And overall, this cam watches a lot and is pretty good. So I brought you into Kafe, and for the first Valkyrie camera, you're going to break the wooden pillars right here. Then you're going to put your Valkyrie camera right here. This Valkyrie camera is able to watch anybody that drops onto the new balk with a sound call. It's able to watch the default plant, anybody in pillar, in bar, heaven, hell, brown stairs, pretty much anywhere that this Valkyrie cam can see, you can easily get a kill off of because they're so exposed. Next, you need one for piano. So you're going to prone in piano, and you're going to put one below this Christmas tree on the left. This is able to watch anybody in piano, but more importantly, it gives an excellent sound call to anybody going inside of piano, through the red wall, through pixel window, or anybody from the windows on the right. The next Valkyrie camera needs to go somewhere that's able to watch this long hallway for whiskey. The only one that I can think of would be the one under the table right here. This allows you to watch the long angle into Small Bakery. It allows you to watch the window into Coat Check, while also giving you a sound call for Brownstairs, Restaurant, or VIP respectively. The next camera you need for Bakery, and I like to put it under this little case right here. This allows you to be able to see anybody that's inside of Bakery, while also making it very hard for attackers to see. And finally, there's a Valkyrie camera that you can go for White Stairs. You just prone right here, and you throw it right there. This will allow you to see anybody that walks up the White Stairs if you're 3rd floor, while they are not going to find this camera at all, because if they go up, up to about right here, which is when they're able to begin to see the Valkyrie camera, they're going to be ADS'd right here or right here, giving them no way that they'd possibly find this Valkyrie camera. Now that I've brought you onto Emerald Plains, the first camera that you're going to implement is the one on the chandelier right here. You're just going to throw it at the top right light right there. This should be able to watch all of Green Hall, while also giving you a sound call for Green Stairs and anybody that hops into the music room right here. The next Valkyrie camera I personally like to put somewhere behind this ladder. This allows you to watch anything that is in Hunting Hall or on the Hunting Stairs. The next Valkyrie camera I like to implement is the one behind this statue. You essentially just put it right above this line here. This allows you to see in between this guy's legs for the door walk-in, as well as pretty much anything inside of the museum. Next, I like to put a Valkyrie camera on top orange right here. This allows you to see all of Orange Stairs, as well as the Orange Hallway walk-in and the statue door respectively. And then finally for downstairs, I like to put a Valkyrie camera on the wooden frame right here. This allows you to see anybody that's in the hallway right here if you're trying to push the first floor site for kitchen and dining, while also being pretty hidden in the process. Now that we're on Kanal, let's go over some of the most default Valkyrie cameras that you can get. First one that I like to use is the one on top of the TV in the dark corner right here. Now it's pretty hidden because again it's in the dark corner, but it allows you to see a lot of sky bridge for the walk up, as well as anybody that's planting inside of the default plant right here. The next Valkyrie camera that I like to implement is 1 in 90. Now most people put their Valkyrie camera right here, which is something that I used to do, but I've kind of fallen in love with this trolley spot right here. If you lean to the right and you throw your camera right there, it goes behind the trolley, and now you're able to watch all of 90 pretty clearly, while it's pretty hard for them to see that camera if they're pushing up from the staircase or from the door. Now normally if you throw cameras at plants, they just destroy the plants, meaning you can't really get good hidden Valkyrie cameras behind plants, but if you use the bounce strategy that I showed you on bank, you can still do this. So if I throw a camera here and bounce the camera off of the other one, it's hidden inside the plant without destroying it, giving you a very good cam that watches over most of the museum, as well as the Green Stairs walk up. My next camera is for archives if you're trying to get a nitro from below. Now what I like to do is throw it inside of the printer just like this. If you actually look from an attacker's POV, it's pretty much invisible and very hard to see if you're not looking for it, and by the time that they do find it and they see the blue light on it, they're going to be right here and they're going to die to your nitro cell. So overall this camera is pretty good, as it allows you to see the room over and all of the hallway here. For our last camera, we need one that watches this hallway, my personal favorite being the one next to this fan. It watches the entire hallway, the bathroom door, the staircase, and all of the doors in between, without people in trench being able to see it when they walk through. Now that we're done with that, let's go over the next map, which is going to be Nighthaven Labs. Personally, what I like to do is throw my camera somewhere behind the plants right here. Now again, it did break the plant, but it's still behind another plant, and it allows you to see all of top rafters, which is super powerful. Now you know how I've been saying that Valkyrie cameras destroy plants typically? Well, if you throw it next to the plant stem and not actually at the plant, it won't do that. This one is still pretty hidden by a plant, and it allows you to watch most of the room around it, giving you good information. The next Valkyrie camera is going to be for vending, if you need to watch this cafeteria door in case you're playing first floor. If you put it to the left of this plant here, you can watch said door. This makes it to where people who come in through this doorway can't see it, and if they're coming up from the stairs, they also can't see it. They have to be directly looking at it to actually shoot the camera, allowing you to still watch the door and the vending machine angle for absolutely free. The next Valkyrie camera is a bit of a weird one, but hear me out. You're gonna put it in the bottom left corner right here. The last place they are going to check for a Valkyrie camera is right down there, and this still gives you pretty good info because it gives you a sound call for the staircase above it, while also allowing you to see through the feet holes that are typically here into the hallway, in case anyone's trying to rush through this hallway. It also allows you to be able to see attackers who are trying to peek these holes or run in through the door here, making it overall a pretty good Valkyrie camera. Now the last Valkyrie camera is going to go behind these plants right here, or pretty much anywhere around it. You could even hide it in this little space right here. I personally like this one because it gives you the most information, as you can see right here, while also giving you a pretty view in the process. Now that I've brought you into Outback, the first Valkyrie camera is going to be inside of Bull. What you want to do is you want to go to the very left side of this hatch and look at the wall. Then you're going to line up your crosshair from the corner of this speaker here to the corner of this black flag here. As you can see, I throw the camera, and it lands right there. The reason this is good, the pipes completely cover this camera, but still allow you to see most of Bull. The next camera is going to go right here above these rafters. This allows you to see all of top garage, while also allowing you to see all of office and the electrical door. The next camera was made by Coconut Bra, and you put it inside of the light just right here. Now, if they're inside of Picnic, the grating on this light will actually cover the Valkyrie camera, while it still gives you a pretty good camera to Top Shark, the Shark Stairs, and into Picnic. You're also able to do this in any other place where they have graded lights, like right there, and you're able to put it in any one of these three and you're able to put it right here as well. This one in particular is nice because the light does drown out the Valkyrie camera while giving you a pretty good view of the bull hallway, the shark hallway, and the party door as well. Finally, my last Valkyrie camera is inside of party, and I like to put it right here on the spotlight. You can also put it on the two little speaker holes here. Either way, pretty good Valkyrie cameras. You can watch all of party, the electrical door, and the party door respectively, and if you put hat holes here, maybe with a mirror strat, you can also watch inside of bull. With that out of the way, I'm going to bring you onto my last map, which is going to be Stadium Bravo. Now that you're on Stadium Bravo, the first Valkyrie camera I'll give you is the one on this little pillar right here. This allows you to be able to see at least half of 90 hallway, giving you also access to see hookah door and the office double. Next, you need a Valkyrie camera for somewhere in office. Personally, I like the Valkyrie camera in the top corner right there. This allows you to see anybody that's in the office desk, coming from the right side of office, coming from the office double, inside of fountain, or anybody that's on the wall trying to get the wall open. The next Valk cam I like to use is inside of armory. I put it right in between these two AK racks right here. This allows you to see the 90 hallway walk-in or anybody in small office, just in case you're playing below the site and you need a nitro for vert. Next, I like to have a Valkyrie camera in this corner right here, because then it allows you to be able to see anybody in this hallway, inside of tellers, inside of this hallway, and it overall is just a very dominant first floor camera. Last but not least, for the Valkyrie cameras in this video, I like to put a Valkyrie camera below this desk. This makes it to where if anybody walks inside of service, they're probably not going to see it, and it allows you to see the walk up and probably give you a sound call for the initial plant on the other side of the shelf right here. But that is it for Stadium Bravo, and that is it for the entire video. Follow the YouTube channel down below. Like it if you liked it, follow my TikTok for more tips and tricks. Sub to me on Twitch as I go live every single day at 2 p.m. Central Time, and my name's Alka, and I'll see you on the next video. Later.